My grandfather's name is Chen Ruoshui. Nickname, Chen San. The two brothers above are both dead. Born in 1905. 31 years of Guangxu. Shandong people. 8 years old. Follow a man nicknamed Daliuma through the world. Daliuma is the most famous energy harvesting expert in Jili, Shandong. That is, a magician. Called Magic. Organized a grassroots team. Not only domestic acrobatic troops travel around the world. Later, it became bigger and bigger and became a climate. This means that the Qing dynasty's method of touring abroad was too subtle. Not only Chinese people can't understand. Even foreigners can't see the flaw. Every performance. You can get full house lottery no matter at home or abroad. There are rumors in the world. He has magical powers. Chen San endured hardships and stood hard work after following Daliuma. Plus talented and intelligent. He was quickly appreciated by Daliuma. This guy is very handsome. Eyebrows flying into temples. Straight nose bridge and sharp nose angles. Became the pillar of the team. No matter what the audience likes. Daliuma teaches by words and deeds. Train him as a successor. Daliuma has an only daughter named Ma Wenmei. 8 years older than Chen San. Daliuma even imagined waiting for Chen San to grow up. Can you marry Ma Wenmei to him? Recruit him as son-in-law. Because Chen San has no father or mother and is an orphan. Ma Wenmei refused. He only treats Chen San as his younger brother. Treat as a child. But Chen San doesn't think so. His attachment to his senior sister Ma Wenmei has reached the point of being like glue. Not seeing each other for one day is like 3 autumns apart. When Chen was 36 years old, he frequently expressed his love to his senior sister. Senior sister solved it cleverly. Soon. Senior sister got married. Married to Tai Xiaoxuan, one of the 8 eccentrics of Tianqiao. Well matched. A bolt from the blue. Chen San was heartbroken. That feeling of young first love was suddenly shattered. The one you love is about to fall into the arms of someone else. My heart is cut like a knife. How to let go. In a fit of anger. He left the Daliu acrobatic troupe. He felt that the reason why he could not get his senior sister. Just because I have a low status and no money. Do acrobatics. It was a despicable industry in those days. There are people in the world who starve to death and cannot enter the business. The saying that you will never live in Yanlu Lane if you are too poor to die. Business is specifically about acrobatics. Everyone in this industry says that this industry is extremely chaotic. Learning is hard. He will be beaten to death by his master. The relationship between men and women is even more chaotic. The grassroots team turned into a mess. No one cares about it. In this despicable industry, he is still a junior apprentice at the lowest level. So he can't get his senior sister. So he wants to change his life. One day he will become famous. I want to marry my senior sister back. Even if the senior sister has already given birth to a bunch of babies. When reappearing, it's 10 years later. The little boy of old. Chen San has become the famous Chen San. No one knows his origin. I only know that he became famous after fighting in a casino in Chaoxian, Shandong. I was shocked the first time I took action. Big and small gamblers. Local popular pai gao. 32 dominoes are made from sliced and polished black donkey hooves. He was facing 2 old men. A famous old gambler in Chao County. Never missed a beat in my life. In the end, less than an hour. Both were whitewashed by Chen San. To whitewash, the terminology is to win everything. 2 old men are so cold. I unintentionally pulled down my crotch. They can't figure it out. How did Chen San win? They are veterans. Casino veteran. But Chen San's method. They can't understand. Yunshan fog cover. Lost in the blink of an eye. They never dreamed. The Chen San in front of me studied under Daliuma, the most famous magician in the late Qing dynasty. Daliuma passed the treasure of the town card to Chen San without reservation. Ahuan means black magic. This almost heavenly secret book was thoroughly studied by Chen San. Playing with 2 old men is just like joking. Chen San won 700 yuan in one day and one night. When playing. Getting ready to leave by train. I was kidnapped as soon as I arrived at the station. In broad daylight, there are kidnappers. The kidnapper is very smart. Neither shouting nor shouting. directly thrust the sharp knife into Chen San's stomach. Don't talk. I'll stab you to death if you speak. Mr. Chen had no choice but to follow the kidnappers obediently. Soon we came to a forest in the suburbs. Take out the banknotes and give the kidnapper instructions. Chen San can't help it. The banknotes just exchanged at the bank were handed over to the kidnappers. The kidnapper took the banknote and smiled coldly. Let's hit the road tonight when the moon is bright and the wind is clear. I'll kill you after taking the money. Very careless. Mr. Chen was frightened. Hero. After leaving me a life. I promise not to appear on the ground in Chaosian County. Late. People like you shouldn't live in this world. The kidnapper raised his knife and stabbed. Wait. A cry came from deep in the forest. Drink. A group of people came by, all wearing police uniforms. The leader is the chief of police of Chao County. As soon as Mr. Chen saw the man wearing official uniform coming, I feel like I'm saved. But think about it again. Broken. A nest of snakes and rats. Really? The bandit leader ran over and said to the chief, Big brother. Why are you here? It's not a big job for you to do. The director chuckled. This guy is material. Leave him alone. Bandit leader. Named 7 monks. The 7th monk was stunned. Big brother. This is against the rules. What if in the future this kid? The director shouted angrily. I am the rule. The 7 monks trembled. It all depends on Big Brother's orders. The director walked up to Chen San. Boy. What slang? What's your last name? Chen San hurriedly answered. Can't lift. If you can't lift it, it's Chen. My surname is Chen. Listen up, upper eyelids. The meaning of the slang term master on the upper eyelids. Your master is very powerful. The implication is that Chen San is very capable. And literal friends. Director, please step a little wider. Are all friends? Director, spare my life. The director didn't speak. Instead, insert both hands. And under the armpit. Damn it. This is a gangster move that shuts the door. It means there are no doors. You have to stay. Master Chen knew he couldn't leave. Busy talking about Sunzui. Look at the sword on the plate in the fire kiln. This is an agreement to join the gang. Xianzue means dog. Willing to be the director's dog. It's okay if he doesn't agree. Signed so high. Also recorded the truth. How could the director let him go? That night, Cui Yunlu held a grand banquet. The director hosted a banquet with 7 monks as his companions. Entertaining Chen San. Welcome Chen San to join the Chao County underworld. Let's open a new chapter for Chaosian Casino together. During the dinner, the director filled a glass of daughter's red wine. Come. Chen San brothers. Finish this glass of wine. Walking together in the world. Chen San. I feel like I've fallen into a cesspool. I originally wanted to make some money. Go back and marry senior sister. I didn't expect someone to pinch my life. I had no choice but to raise a toast to meet him. Thank you bro. The next day, Chen San became the boss of Chaosian Luhei Casino. It's all the director's business. Let Chen San take care of it. Wait until Chen Cheng pays attention to Chen Sanji. In Mr. Chen's heart, there are 10,000 grass mud horses passing by. He finally behaved like he hated it. He never wanted to be a gambler. When I was in the Daliu acrobatic troupe, Master De Lioma once asked his disciples to burn incense. Promise never to gamble. Chen Lioma once said. Who dares to gamble using the skills I taught you? I was the first to take off his head. Although Chen San secretly left the acrobatic troupe, the master also passed away. But the teacher's teachings are still in my ears. Once a teacher, always a father. But leave the acrobatic troupe. Only one purpose. Change identity. Make more money. Marry senior sister back. Although the senior sister is not a beautiful woman. But that kind of tenderness and consideration. Affectionate. It has taken root in his heart since childhood. In his eyes, senior sister is the most beautiful in the world. After leaving the acrobatic troupe, he found many jobs. 10 years wasted and nothing was accomplished. In the end, the sword went astray. Make a bet with the magic trick taught by the master. As a result, One mistake leads to eternal regret. Looking back again, I rub myself all over again. Riding a tiger and being unable to dismount in Chaosian County. If senior sister comes to know about this matter, he will never try to win back his senior sister's heart again. The entire Dailyu acrobatic troupe has a consensus. Stay away from gamblers. Gambler. There is no cure. Mr. Chen was so regretful that his intestines turned green. What happened next shocked him. The director asked him to set up a trap. Use all techniques to drain gamblers of their money. Anyone who enters the casino. Verify the country. Pull the flag. There are no pants left. Chen San asked worriedly. The knife is too harsh. Will it cause disaster? The director laughed. In Chao County, I am God. I am the earth. Who dares to make trouble? I cut him on the spot. Then, the next 6 months, Mr. Chen San killed the killer. He personally arranges all the bureaus, big and small. Instantly earned 200,000 silver dollars. All gamblers have 3 characteristics. 1. Delicious and lazy to cook. Dream of getting rich overnight. 2nd. Think yourself very smart. Look, everyone is a fool. 3rd. There is no muscle in the brain. Regardless of the consequences, all 3 will definitely be harvested by Mr. Chen San. Countless young masters lost all their family property. Mortgage a 30-year-old house. The 80-year-old mother was driven into the cowshed in the winter. It's not easy for countless hawkers to make some money. Also lost everything. My wife ran away with the kids. He himself felt that life was hopeless and committed suicide by throwing himself into a well. There are also female gamblers who use their bodies to pay debts after losing all their money. Thrown into a brothel by the director. Suffered humiliation. Hanged to death. There were also some people who couldn't pay back the loan sharks and were caught by the 7 monks. Smashed his finger off with a brick. Pay attention to smashing. Rather than cutting with a knife. Smash. More painful than cutting. There was once a gambler who was not stingy. Tied to a tree by 7 monks. The 7th monk asked him when he would pay back the money. This guy wants to show off. Hold your head high and chest high. Death is home. It's better to ask for money than to risk your life. The real underworld is not afraid of this. The 7th monk smiled coldly. Breaking one's word. How many tongues do you have? This guy said proudly. 1 sticks out. Let me see. Stretch out, just stretch out. This kid opened his mouth and stuck out his tongue. The 7th monk suddenly asked. This guy's chin. Upper teeth and lower teeth merge. The tongue was cut off with a click. This kid screamed like a ghost in pain. It's a pity that half of the tongue is missing and it's bloody and bloody. Can't shout anything clearly. 7 monks picked up an old blue brick. Slap it on the person's forehead and brow bone. Tap your temples 3 times. 3 taps on the brow bone. The eyeballs were photographed. In line with the principle of oscillation. This person's 2 eyeballs fell to the ground. The eye sockets turned into 2 dark holes. Bloody horror. 7 monks show no mercy. Buried him that night. Even when I was 8 years old, I followed De Lioma around the world. I have seen all kinds of sword lights and shadows. But such a bloody scene. It still makes San Chen tremble in the liver. What a sin. Gamblers are not good people. It's not like he's full of maggots in the manure pit. He's the biggest one who doesn't do anything wrong to others. Raise your head. There is a god 3 feet away. He is highly nervous. Frequent nightmares at night. Sometimes I dream about crawling out of a well. A person walking with disheveled hair. He sometimes dreams of a hanged man standing beside his bed. Dressed in white and sticking out his tongue. Staring straight at him. Sometimes I dream of a bloody face. No eyeballs. The chin is full of rotten flesh. He suddenly woke up. Suddenly I sat up, covered in white hair and sweat, panting uncontrollably. Some people are destined not to commit great crimes. He is ready to rebel. Chen San has a characteristic. Everything is either done or done. Darius Ma once said. He is not a hero. Just a bear. This time. He made a surprising decision. Kill the director. Uproot 5 casinos in Chao County. It's time to test your IQ. Chen San is rich in strategy. The family is poor again. Although I never went to school. But he can teach himself to read in the Kongxi dictionary. Was in the acrobatic troupe. He loves reading the most. He traveled all over the country with his master. Traveling around the country and abroad. Very knowledgeable. Read thousands of books. Traveling thousands of miles. He determined that to bring down the director, he would have to borrow a knife to kill someone. The director's surname is Pan. Called Pan Zhao. Known as the King of Hell. Pan is short and fat. Born as a local gangster. Dark skin. A pockmarked face. The whole person came over. Like a piece of dried shit. Cruel. Do all kinds of evil. Pan Zhao has a bitch. My name is Xie Hu. Many dirty things were handled by Xie Hu himself. As long as we can drive a wedge between Xie Hu and Pan Zhao, you can get first-hand evidence of the crime. Chen San has been planning for several months. Finally found something fishy. Pan Zhao had an affair with Xie Hu's daughter-in-law. This matter. Xie Hu doesn't know. Xie Hu's daughter-in-law is called Wan Jun. Look tall and tall. Round ass. A typical country beauty with a small waist. Every time Pan Zhao sent Xie Hu to go out on business, Pan Zhao sneaked into Xie Hu's house and had an affair with Wan Jun. The hat on Xie Hu's head has turned green and purple. Revenge for killing father. Wife-stealing hatred. Inseparable since ancient times. Chen San is going to peel off this layer of window paper. But this erotic incident alone is not enough. We need to wait for an opportunity. Every August, a wind blows. The province will send an inspector to inspect the officialdom and investigate and deal with corruption, which is called supervision. The person who came this year is the superintendent named Ho Ho. It is said that he graduated from Beiyang Army Academy. Upright. Bao Zheng's reincarnation wants to eliminate all evil forces and the protective umbrella behind them in Chaosian County. The wind blew very hard on the newspaper. Chen San keenly seized this opportunity. Never mind the supervision. Is Bao Zheng reincarnated? But this person is eager to make contributions. The move towards gold plating is clearly revealed. The opportunity came one night. He came to Xie Hu's house carrying a jar of wine. This night, it happened that Xie Hu's daughter-in-law Wan Jun returned to her parents' home. Chen San and Xie Hu were drinking and chatting at night by candlelight. Halfway through today, Chen San's eyes are cunning and his fourth brother. Something. I don't know if I should talk to you or not. My brother, if you have anything to say, just say it. I think the fourth sister-in-law has a voluptuous figure. Forward and backward. I wonder if I am lucky enough to sleep with my fourth sister-in-law. Xie Hu suspected that he was hallucinating. What did you say? Chen San chuckled. Fourth brother, there is no need to make a fuss. What I mean is that the wealth should not flow to outsiders. Brothers stand shoulder to shoulder and pull together. Farming together. Xie Hu was so shocked that he almost lost his temper. Furious. I'll kill you. Chen San chuckled. Look, you're still angry. Xie Hu felt that his IQ had been insulted. Is this what you said in human language? My wife sleeps with you. I still have to shout happily. Welcome? Chen San smiled and said. I thought the fourth brother liked to make a little green in the water to bring longevity and longevity. What bastard.